Hello, my beautiful Pisces. Guys, I hope you're well. It is lovely to be with you. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, this is your reading for mid-November 2025. Now, Pisces, in meditation, Archangel Michael simply showed me a door number above a front door. It was on a plaque. It was actually number 8. But what had happened was the nail that had secured the number plate at the top had fallen out. So the actual plate with a number on it, number 8, had slipped down to be reversed. But of course it was the same, because if you turn a number 8 the other way round, so it's reversed, it's the same. Now, 8 can signify work, okay? If you think about the 8 of Pentacles, work. If we're looking at Cups energy, the 8 of Cups can suggest walking away from something. 8 of Swords will be you in your head, thinking about something intently. 8 of Wands is communication. So whatever this is for you, 8 is going to be relevant. You could be born on the 8th of the month. There may be something here, Pisces, about being in a bit of a boring routine, right? Oh, never ending, never ending. You may be turning something on its head. You may still be working, but you may be focusing your attention on something else you want to work on. You could be deciding to work on a business, a new business. You could, Pisces, be deciding simply to work on your property. I mean, whether or not you're renting or owning, you could be thinking, okay, mid-November, I want to sort of hit the ground running so that I'm really up to speed come January. Whatever this is, you're focusing on something else. It could simply be to break the routine. It's as if you're focused on 2026 already. So guys, with that said, let's begin. This is the Marchetti deck. As you know, everything is listed down below in the description box. I'm carrying on taking 30% of 30-minute love readings. All the decks are listed and the link is there to join the channel as a member. Yes, so I keep seeing this number 8. I'm also hearing what goes around comes around. All right. Okay, my lovely Pisces. Let's see what's going on. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Pisces? This is mid-November 2025. What do we have for my lovely Pisces? Okay, I'm taking them. I'm taking them. Yeah. Pisces, the Chariot, the Page of Wands, the 5 of Wands. Look at all this fire. I think with a Chariot, guys, you could be, of course, connected to a Cancerian or a fire sign, but I feel with a Chariot, Pisces, you're wanting to get going. You're inspired here. But you may be in your head with the 5 of Wands. Can I do this? Is this going to work out? Is this going to be successful? Yeah. Okay, people. All right. They came out for a reason. All right. Arnold's in the corner and he's got off the couch and he's making motorbike sounds. Arnold, he's whipped off his bifocals, he's pulled on a helmet and he's almost doing a sort of motorbike noise, right? And he's looking at me and smiling. Yeah, Pisces, you're just ready to get going, guys. Arnold makes me laugh. Margaret's rolling her eyes. Oh my goodness, what is Arnold doing? Okay, all right. Yeah, Pisces, you're revving up somehow. You're revving up. You want to get going. You may feel as if you've been bored or in a stayed situation for way too long. You want to see progress. Yes. Okay. All right, guys. Oh my gosh. Well, the divine may be enabling you to progress, but you might have to cope with something crumbling. Yes. You may be somehow rebuilding a foundation. You may be taking something right the way down to its foundation and relaying everything. I'm sorry, Archangel Michael's just showing me a load of workmen with bricks. You may have had an idea in your mind, Pisces, as to what you wanted to accomplish, but the divine wants you to go much deeper. This is the equivalent, guys, and I'm in the situations, that's probably why the visions come through. This is you walking into a room and thinking, okay, I'm going to splash a bit of paint on the walls, redo the curtains or the blinds. It's going to look much, much nicer. No. This is you walking into the room thinking, okay, I want to knock down that wall, create a partition, put on a new door. You're going much deeper in this change that you are wanting. You're going a lot deeper. Ace of Cups. Because Pisces, you are trying, I'm hearing the Holy Grail. You're trying to find the Holy Grail, okay. But for others of you, Pisces, you're wanting this to be really fulfilling. No halfway house. No, well, I'm going to splash a bit of paint on. No, you're going for what you really, really want. Whatever this is, guys, the divine is asking you to go deeper. Stop skating on the surface. Go deeper. Okay. Interesting, people. You could be in the middle of writing a novel, a book, and this is you rereading it, draft reading it, thinking, okay, well, I could tinker with the ending a little bit. No, it's all got to go. You're going back to the starting block. It just doesn't feel right. It may not be relevant now for some of you. Okay, well, that's what I was thinking about then, or that's the idea that I had then, but that was 6 months ago. Things have changed. In the past, Page of Swords, there was a difficult message of truth, and I think that truth, Pisces, was this needs to be worked on. I know this is going to take effort. And you were very real with yourself about that. After that time, the Queen of Wands, you started to get creative. This is you, Pisces, maybe thinking about a new venture, a new project, redecorating. Okay? Yes. You were inspired in the immediate past, male or female. In your thoughts now, Page of Coins, yeah. Pisces, what you're thinking about is, I've just played too small. I played too small. I don't want to just redecorate the room. I want to knock down a couple of walls. I know it's going to be worth it because I know that even if I splash some paint on the walls and put up new curtains, it's still not going to be exactly what I want. You've realized you've been playing small, Pisces. Yes, it's time for a drastic rethink. But this is very positive for you. I'm almost getting excitement because it's going to enable you to blow something out of the water and concentrate on what you really want. So yes, you know, it may be a bit of a shocking thought process. Oh my gosh. Am I really ready for this? Am I really wanting to do this? You may be apologizing to someone. If you're writing a book, you're calling your editor and saying, oh, I'm so sorry, but really not happy with the way this is going. It's going to be 6 months. You could be contacting a decorator and saying to the decorator, I am so sorry, but yeah, it's just not going to work if we redecorate the room. I'm going to need to get a contractor in because I want this wall removed. I want to relay the floor. I want to change the door. You're going a lot deeper. So you may be quite excited about this, Pisces, but there may be somebody else around you who isn't so thrilled. In the immediate future, yeah. 9 of Wands. Pisces, this is you thinking, oh God, what have I taken on board? Am I really ready for this? This is you walking into this room. The room is a rubble of bricks and mortar, dust is covering every single surface, and you're thinking, I could have just repainted the room. Oh, you know, but you are going to be creating exactly what you want. You're not just making use of what you have. You're not just making do with the area that you're in or the relationship that you're in. Everything's kind of got to go, right? Yes, everything's got to go. In your fears, yeah, you're fearing Pisces. Interesting. Number 8, 8 of coins. What you're fearing, Pisces, is it's going to take a heck of a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work. Yes. But what you're thinking about is the actual result. You're going to be sitting in a beautiful new cycle, which you've really been wanting from sort of day one, but you've been afraid to jump right into this. What you're doing, Pisces, is you're taking whatever this is by the scruff of its neck and thinking, right, this is going to take time and effort. This is not going to be easy. For some of you guys, this could even take money, but you're determined to end up with exactly what you want. Again, rather than just making do, oh yeah, well, it's going to be fine. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do that. No, Pisces, because there's a sense that deep down, you know that you need to bring in the tower. I think this is you blowing something up. I think this is you changing something drastically. But the shock for you may well be, it's going to take a lot more effort than you thought. It's going to be more time consuming than you thought, maybe more expensive than you thought. But once you're in the process, guys, you're sort of up and running. In the environment is the Emperor. So Pisces, you may be working with an Emperor to make this happen. Now, this could be anyone, guys. It could be head of a company, could be a partner, could be an Aries. Whoever this is managing the situation. Whoever this is, Pisces, is almost talking you through this. This is the equivalent of a contractor if you're changing a space. This is a project manager. If this is you in the middle of an artistic project, this could be someone who is a mentor. They've been there, they've done it, they've got the t-shirt, and they're sort of talking you through this. In your hopes, Queen of Coins. Pisces, for many of you, this is you looking at the long-term prospects of whatever you're doing here. Okay? If you are rewriting a novel, and guys, you could be doing anything, it's just symbolism. If you are rewriting a novel, what you're thinking about is it does need to be rewritten. There's no other way around it because I was veering off in a direction that just didn't feel right. So I'm going to have to go right the way back to the beginning and rewrite it with a slightly different slant. You're sort of upending this, right? But you may feel, Pisces, that if you do that, this book will be a bestseller. If you're renovating a room, yes, it's going to cost a little bit, it's going to be time consuming, but it's going to look far better than just slapping a bit of paint on the wall. It may even add value to your house. You could be deciding to even put an extension on the house. Because you seem to be thinking that afterwards, Pisces, you could be sat in the Queen of Pentacles. The outcome. Yeah, Knight of Cups. You absolutely love it. You absolutely love it. By the end of November, it could even be end of the year, to be honest, if this is a big project, you're going to be looking at what you've created, what you have managed to achieve, and you are going to be so glad, Pisces, you did not play small. You're going to be so thrilled that you've made this decision. And this is you, Pisces, feeling totally fulfilled. I love this. I'm so glad I did this, you know? Good for you guys. Clarification for you. 3 of Wands. Yes, yes, yes. Pisces, you have been thinking about a massive change. Not just dipping your toe in the water. Yeah, okay, could do this, could do that. I don't think I want to do anything major. No, Pisces, you are ripping something down and you're starting all over again. Somehow. You are actually building, creating, working on a dream of some kind. Of some kind, guys. Okay? Yes. And that means big change, Pisces. Big change. Yeah, you're in your head. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but we have another 8, right? Yes. 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Swords. You're in your head about this, but you know it's right. You kind of know it's right. This may even have been you, sat in your head for quite a long time, knowing that we're doing a little bit here and a little bit there. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's not perfect, but it'll do. It's just not good enough. It's not good enough, Pisces. Now, whoever the Emperor is, could be someone you're working with, could be somebody who is looking at you, doing a little bit here and a little bit there, almost guiding you to do a lot more. Whoever this is. Yeah, 7 of Coins. What this Emperor is thinking about is Pisces needs to do something a lot bigger, or Pisces can do a lot better, or Pisces needs to go deeper, right? Because by watching you just sort of skating on the surface a little bit, what they're thinking about is, or what they have been thinking about is, it's not going to work. It's not going to be good enough. It's not going to bring the satisfaction to Pisces that Pisces is really hoping for. It's just not. They may have known this all along. The equivalent of this, Pisces, is you bringing a contractor into your property and you're saying to the contractor, okay, yeah, I think I just want to change the windows and I think I just want to repaint this area. And the contractor's looking at you sideways and what they're thinking about is, yeah, no, it's still not going to look good enough. They're looking at this horrible tiled floor. What they're thinking about is, yeah, the floor needs to be ripped up. The wall is sticking out. It hasn't been plastered properly. The wall needs to be redone. But they haven't said that to you to begin with, Pisces, because they may have felt you weren't ready for the tower. But Pisces, I think you are. Not only that, the tower moment is you deciding to go and talk to the contractor. You know what? Yeah. I really feel that the wall needs to be taken down, the floor needs to be ripped up. The contractor's standing there thinking, well, I thought that that's what you should do to begin with, but I didn't want to say anything. And this is you two in complete agreement, right? Beautiful. Because they feel as if you've been, in the nicer sense, sort of, I'm hearing the words, namby-pambying around the situation. Yeah, okay. Yeah, King of Swords, he's ready. He's ready, he's speaking his truth. And what he's saying to you is, okay, great, well, let's start, right? Let's start. This could be a book editor saying to you, okay, Pisces, yeah, it's going to take you 6 months, but I think if you go down that route, I think if you rewrite this, we could be looking at a Pulitzer Prize, or we could be looking at a bestseller. I'm in complete agreement. Yes. Guys, this is a very, very positive reading, but you are going to have to brace yourself, Pisces, because this is going to take a lot more work. But if you can cope with this, it's going to bring you the emotional satisfaction and maybe even additional value that you wanted to begin with. Underneath the deck, my beautiful Pisces, yeah, 4 of Pentacles, you've been holding back, you have been playing small. And guys, no judgment at all. It could be that you knew this would cost you if you scrapped everything and started afresh, it would cost you. You may have felt nervous about this, or you may have been holding back because you thought, yeah, it's going to take so much work. Whatever the reason is, Pisces, you are making a serious judgment call, a serious decision. Okay? And Pisces, if you do this, you're going to somehow end up in the Ten of Cups. You're going to end up with a bestseller. You're going to end up walking into a room thinking, wow, it's transformed and it's exactly the way I wanted it. Yes, it took effort, time, energy. I had to cope with all the dust and bricks and mortar lying everywhere for a few months, but wow, you know? Yeah. Yes. So guys, are you ready? Should we jump in? All right. Archangel Michael, what is the Tower and the Ace of Cups for Pisces? Yeah, Strength card. Again, you've been holding back from dissolving something, starting all over again, ripping something out, completely rethinking something, maybe out of fear of financial loss, fear pertaining to the effort it would take to do this. You've been holding back, Pisces. You know you have. You know you have, guys. But why do I feel as if you've been in your head about this? Deep down inside, Pisces, what you've been thinking about is, I know I should really delve deeply into this rather than just fiddling around on the surface. Yeah. You've been in hermit mode, guys. You've been in hermit mode. You haven't wanted to look at delving deeper. You haven't wanted to look at starting from scratch. Yeah. And look at these major arcana, guys. This is going to be very significant for you. Yeah. You've been sat in fear. Now, for some of you, there may be a connection with a Scorpio, an Aries, a Virgo, a Leo, Cancerian energy here with the moon. You've been playing small. This energy here is your current energy. In the past, difficult message of truth, okay. It's going to take a lot to completely redo this. I'm sure I could be artistic. I'm sure I could create something that's going to be okay. Yeah, no. Page of Pentacles. You've been playing too small, Pisces. You know it. You know it. We have another 8. Ace of Wands. So, 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands. You're getting going, Pisces. You're getting going. I mean, this is a snap decision, Pisces, you know. You're deciding, okay, yeah, the world is all got to go. It's all got to go. Let's rip down the wall. Let's rip up the floor. Let's bin this book that I've nearly finished and start all over again. You know? Yeah, it's all got to go. And even though it's daunting, Pisces, you are excited about this. You are excited about this. Let's have a look at the Page of Swords. What was the Page of Swords in the past? Yeah, High Priestess. This is you guys. Pisces, I think you knew deep down, even though you pushed on with something, you knew deep down that it wasn't going to be good enough. It wasn't going to be fulfilling you. It wasn't going to be right. You knew. But you might have sat in denial for the longest time. Tell us more about the past, please. Yeah. Pisces, you weren't completely happy with whatever this is. You weren't completely happy. It's as if, yeah, I could do this, I could do that. The book's okay. I know it's not going to be a bestseller, but, you know, they're happy to publish it anyway. Or walking into this room thinking, yeah, I know that it's not really what I want, but it's going to be cheaper to just slap some paint on the wall. It's going to be far less time consuming, much less expensive. It's fine. But you knew, Pisces, in the past, it wasn't fine. It wasn't really what you wanted. It wasn't going to be fulfilling. It wasn't going to make you happy. You knew. I think though, Pisces, you carried on thinking, well, let's just see what I can do with this. Maybe if I tinker with this, tinker with that, spend a little bit more money. You were looking at a creative way of making the best out of this that you could without putting in too much effort, without spending too much money, you know? Yeah. So you played around with 3 Pentacles. Well, let's just see if this is going to bring me some kind of fulfillment. You know, it's not perfect, but, you know, it's going to take less money. I might bring a couple of people on board. Let's just see what I can come up with. Hierophant. Pisces, you were following a very traditional path because you were very worried about doing anything drastic. This is the equivalent of you thinking, okay, I'm going to potter into my local paint shop. I'm going to get paintbrushes, paint rollers, tins of paint, bit of sandpaper. Great. It's not going to cost a fortune. I can do this myself. You followed the step-by-step process, right? This is what people do when they redecorate a room. They go to their local DIY store, they buy what they need, and then they just get the work done themselves. What you were really dreaming of, Pisces, was to have the funds and the courage to get in the car and go and see a contractor and say, okay, this is what I'm really wanting. Is it achievable? How much is it going to cost? When could you do the work? But you didn't. Because it was a bit too much. It was a bit too stressful to think about that. And this is all symbolism, guys, right? So what you're realizing now, Pisces, is Page of Pentacles. It's just not what you want. It's not really fulfilling you. It's not good enough. You're not happy. What you're thinking about is, even if I add 1 more pentacle to the 3 of Pentacles, put in a little bit more money, a bit more effort, it's just a waste of time. It's not going to be what I want. Yeah, guys. Yeah, look at that. 2 of Wands. This is you sort of screeching to a halt. Okay, Pisces. Before I put any more effort into this, before I add 1 more pentacle to the 3 that I've been tinkering around with, stop. Because this is not going to bring me what I want. It's just not. You're putting down your pen. You're not working on the novel anymore. No. Waste of time. Waste of time. You're holding back from doing a little bit here and a little bit there and shifting this around. Yeah, no. No, Pisces, because it's not going to bring you what you want. Yeah. You know? Temperance. Yeah. Pisces, you're stopping for a hot minute and you're looking at the much bigger picture. You're looking at the much bigger picture. What you're telling yourself is, there's no point in working on a novel if I know it's not going to be well received. It might even damage my reputation as an author. You're not wanting to do a little bit of extra work on the room. Okay, maybe if I change the paint color, maybe if I put up different curtains, maybe if I change the ceiling light, it's not going to make any difference, Pisces. You hate the layout of the room. You're holding back and you're thinking, okay, Pisces, stop. Stop. What do you really want from this? What do you really want from this? You know? What do you really want from this? Yes. 2 of coins. This is you changing your mind. This is you about to bring the tower down. Okay. Yeah. This is you putting your paintbrush down, Pisces, and thinking to yourself, okay, I want to build an extension. Or Pisces, it could be even more drastic. You may be wandering around your house one day thinking, you know what, there's no point in carrying on redecorating because I actually hate the house. I've never liked the house. I think I'm going to move. I know it's going to be chaotic. I know it's going to be crazy for the next few months, but I've never liked the house. So why am I spending money on it? Again, guys, it's all symbolism. I mean, I've got to be honest, for some of you, you could be trying to put work and effort into a relationship only to realize that you don't love your partner anymore. I mean, could be, guys. But this is actually something that you're beginning to get excited about, this massive change. So in the immediate future, we have you. You are sat in the Nine of Wands. This could be you thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, am I really ready for this? Am I really ready for this? It's going to take time. It's going to take effort. It's going to take money. I don't know. Whoever is in the environment, Pisces, I think is actually there to sort of hold your hand through this. This is a contractor who's saying to you, okay, Pisces, I know you're a bit scared. I know it's going to be costing a little bit to do this, but it's going to look amazing when it's done. Leave it to us or leave it to me. It's going to look fantastic. This could be your editor, Pisces, having read through most of the novel that you were going to ask them to publish. And what they're saying to you is, yeah, Pisces, you know, it's good. Happy to publish it, but it's no bestseller. And they're agreeing, Pisces, you should go right back to square one and rewrite it. Maybe with a different slant. I keep hearing that. This is someone who's willing to wait. This could be a mentor, Pisces, somebody who is supporting you, maybe even emotionally through this. So Archangel Michael, when do we have the Nine of Wands and the Emperor for my Pisces? Thank you, Michael. The 2nd and 3rd of December. Pisces, you're going to get the ball rolling at the very start of December. From now until then, the next couple of weeks could be simply you going through drafts. You could be doing preparation work. You could be seeking advice. You could be getting in quotes. Whatever this is, you're actually going to get going with this the first 2 or 3 days of December. Okay. Let's have a look at what you're saying to the Emperor. Let's see what you're saying. Okay. Pisces, what you're saying to the Emperor is, all right, I'm going to go for this. Let's do this. Good idea. But it's a bit scary because it means starting from scratch, right? Yeah, it's starting from scratch, guys. You're bringing down the tower. You're organizing a wrecking ball here, Pisces. 8 of Cups. There we have the 4th 8. Yes. Yeah. Pisces, it's risky for you because you are somehow walking away from something that you put time, energy, and effort into, maybe a little bit of money, but it's worth it. What are you walking away from, my lovely Pisces? Yeah, guys, you're walking away from dipping your toe in the water, doing a little bit here, a little bit there. Maybe if I change that, maybe if I tinker with that. Yeah, no, Pisces. It's just not satisfying you. It's not doing it for you. What are you walking away from? Feeling disappointed with the end result. You somehow know deep down that the road that you were traveling on just wasn't for you. It wasn't going anywhere. You probably end up in a dead end, feeling as if this was a massive waste of time. You're realizing, Pisces, and you're bringing in the wrecking ball, guys. Yeah. Yeah, you're bringing in a wrecking ball. I'm hearing it's all got to go. All got to go. Ace of Swords, because you know the truth, guys. You know the truth. Whatever you've been doing up until this point of time has not made you happy. It hasn't brought you the fulfillment that you've been looking for. And if you carry on down this road, it probably never will. You're telling yourself the truth. And this is the truth, Pisces, that you didn't want to face back here. You know? All right. Let's look at the Emperor. I think this is someone who's holding your hand, supporting you going through this. This could be somebody, Pisces, who might be even relieved that you've made this decision. Yes, because they feel it's going to bring you some kind of justice. This could be a contractor, right? You're signing a quote. You're saying, yes, all right, great, you're paying a deposit. This could be the person you want to be with, Pisces, who might have been waiting for you to leave a relationship, and what they're thinking about is, fantastic, Pisces is finally doing it. We can be together. We don't have to keep this little affair secret, right? Pisces is ready to go. This could be an editor thinking, thank God for that. I really didn't think that book was up to scratch, but couldn't say anything. They're relieved, Pisces. You're starting all over again. They're relieved. Yep. Star. Wow. Yeah. Because Pisces, whoever this is, knows that you're going to be sitting in a wish come true afterwards. They know that this is something that you really wanted. For some of you, if this is you writing a book, what they're thinking about is, if Pisces rewrites this, Pisces could end up being a star. Pisces could end up having their name in lights. Yes, right? Brilliant idea for the book. Oh my gosh, the structure's amazing, but you need to rewrite it, Pisces. And this is you thinking, yeah, I know. Yeah. Whatever you're doing here, they're agreeing it's the right thing to do. Okay, guys. What's the energy between you? Yeah. I keep hearing Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball. This is the Wrecking Ball, guys. You're knocking down the walls. You're moving house. You're binning the original novel. You're starting all over again, guys. And it's terribly exciting. Yes, you're a bit nervous, sure. You're there in the Fool energy thinking, well, it's a bit risky. But I think you realize it's worth it, guys. Now, what you're hoping for is, I think, to sit in the Queen of Pentacles energy, hoping that by rewriting the novel, it's going to be a bestseller, it's going to be lucrative, that by putting on an extension, it's going to add a lot of value to the house. Whatever this is for you, Pisces, this is you simply hoping to be happy, hoping it's going to be worth it. So guys, Knight of Cups. This may be how you feel in a few months, because this is major for you guys. This is obviously not going to take just a couple of weeks. It's going to take a few months. But celebration. Celebration. Yes. Pisces, this is you celebrating having a launch party for the book because people have told you it's going to be a bestseller. This is you toasting a contractor in a beautiful new room, thinking, wow, God, it's amazing. It's going to add so much value to the house. It's exactly what I want. Pisces, I've got to be honest, you could be celebrating with a new partner. You could be moving in with somebody new, thinking, okay, got through the divorce. Wow, you know, but it's what I wanted. I wanted to sit in the Ten of Cups. Yeah. You've realized, Pisces, it was worth manifesting this. You've manifested a brand new start. You've manifested a brand new start. It was worth it, guys. Yeah. Yeah. It may have taken a little bit of money, quite a lot of effort, But Pisces, the result is exactly what you hoped for back here. And this is you thinking it was the right decision. It was the right decision, guys, for you to do this. Yes, because you realize, Pisces, that you were stuck. I'm not happy in the situation, but I don't want to spend the money. Or I'm not happy with the book, but I can't bear to rewrite it. You are keeping yourself stuck, Pisces. You're seeing things totally differently now. You're seeing things totally differently now, guys. Yeah. You had to embrace major change and transformation for you to sit in this place of emotional fulfillment, whatever this is for you. Yeah. Yes. Because Pisces, there's going to be a sense of victory and success. You couldn't have achieved this walking down the road that you were walking down, in the situation you were in, giving a little bit here, a little bit there, playing small. No. This took a major decision to bring in the tower, to bring in the wrecking ball, and Pisces, this is the result. Yep, congratulations, guys. It's going to take courage, going to take time, going to take some money maybe, but the end result will be worth it. Will be worth it, okay? The sun, yes. Happiness, Pisces. Happiness, okay? Beautiful. So guys, I am leaving the reading there. I hope that this has hit some of you. Take care of you. And I will be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, guys. Bye now.